Hey guys, it's Trey Bell with Bell Real Estate Group, and today we're going to talk about Hall County. This is actually where I live. I love Hall County. Great school systems, great towns like Brazelton, well, parts of Brazelton and Hall, Flowery Branch, Oakwood's a nice town, and then the city of Gainesville is our county seat, and city of Gainesville is just being completely redeveloped. So many cool restaurants there. It's a really cool town. They've got a concert hall there if you like old country music. Blackhawks coming in the next couple weeks. So just a really cool town. There's a lot of energy there now. Young people moving there. Really all demographics moving there. You can ride your golf cart to downtown. So it's a cool place. If you're considering moving north of the metro Atlanta area, you should definitely consider Hall County for all it has to offer. And if you need more specific information on any of those cities or areas, reach out. We'd love to help you as much as we can. Wanted to talk about what's going on in the real estate market as of April. And so we've been doing these updates every month, every other month, and I just want to share what we're seeing in the marketplace so you can make good decisions, because that's what it's all about, is having the information you need to have to make the right decisions, and we help our clients do that every day. So the first one I want to talk about is month supply of homes. What that means is if there was not another home listed today, after today, it would take X amount of months for all the inventory to be bought up based on demand. So we are up almost 20% this April from last April, 5 months of inventory. And again, you can even get more granular inside of this by price point. So some price points may have more inventory, some may have fewer months of inventory, but 5 months of inventory, and really we're getting to that balanced, healthy market, what we've been trying to build up to since 2020 in the COVID era, where all the homes just got bought up. So we're at 5%. So what do we see at 5%? Well, we still see homes appreciating, but we also see buyers and sellers negotiating more to make a deal work, right? It's not necessarily just a seller's market, and it's not a buyer's market. It's how can we make a good deal work? And all that depends on the condition and the price of the property typically. So up 20% on that. New listings, we saw almost 500 listings come to market. Again, that is up 20%. So that statistic makes sense. But really, I say this every time I do one, it's really good for sellers and good for buyers, because the majority of sellers want to sell and move. Okay. If there's no inventory, people get stuck in their houses, and it snowballs. It creates less inventory because there's no inventory. So more inventory showing up is a good thing for both buyers and sellers. It gives sellers more options, and it gives, sellers the option to look for something else. And it gives buyers, of course, more options, homes to look for. So I think this is a good thing, and we're going to keep our eye on it. We really don't want the average days on market, or we really, as a seller, you don't want months of inventory to creep over 6 or 7, because then you start to see pricing pull back. So that means there's way more houses than there are buyers, and because of that supply and demand, price actually will come down. April homes for sale. This is just the total homes on the marketplace. So again, we're up 27% in 2026 in April over 2025, but 2025 was up 58%. So almost 70% in 2 years that we're up as far as how many available homes are for sale. This is there's a couple reasons for this. So before 2020, the average days on market for most homes was somewhere in the 40s to 60, 45 to 60 days. So you list your house, in 45 to 60 days, you'll be getting a contract and closing in the next 20 to 40 days. So it's like a 90-day turnaround. Well, 2021, inventory goes down to nothing. Interest rates are really cheap. Competing for homes, multiple offers. Basically, days on market got to like 2, right? And so as we get more closer and closer to a normal marketplace, we're seeing a lag in listings being listed and then selling, because we're really just trying to rebuild that supply chain, if you will, when a home is listed versus when it sells. And so we're experiencing that right now. Is what I think is happening. It's happening in our sales business too, where we go from listings selling in 3 days to now 30 days. And so there's just a longer lag, if that makes sense. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think it's kind of us moving towards normal, which is good. And this slide kind of says that point. Average days on market, 60 days. So a jump up from 40, almost a 40% jump up from 42 to 60. And again, 60 is just normal. It used to take 2 to 3 months to sell the house. And we got so accustomed to it selling in a week or two and multiple offers and over asking that that's just not reality. And it's not healthy, to be honest with you. The marketplace is not healthy for buyers. It's not realistic for sellers for longevity. Pending sales, basically flat. It is flat. 246 in and 246 in April. So, velocity of homes is kind of staying the same, even though more homes are on the market. So that's what's causing inventory to tick up. Again, I don't see a problem with any of this. I just think it's normalizing the marketplace. I like to show this average showings to pending because what's important to know here is that homes are showing fewer times to get a contract. So if you're selling a house, you may be looking for people to come every day. Well, there's just less buyers shopping right now than there were, and there's more houses on the market. And so homes are going to show less than maybe what your neighbors did 3 years ago or something like that. So be sure that you're not comparing apples and oranges. Fewer showings does not mean a cheaper price or lower price if you're selling. If you're buying, it doesn't mean that you're going to be able to get like the deal of the century. It just means that there's more listings and there's the same amount or less people shopping, and so there's just going to be fewer showings. So be encouraged if you got a listing for sale and it's a little slow, and if you're buying, it may take you all right, April closed sales, we were down one sale, 0.4% from 2025. So that tells me that the market is stabilized, it's steady, it's not accelerating, it's not falling off the cliff. The other thing, I think the strength of the market, this speaks to that, is that during April was right in the middle of the conflict that's happening overseas, where interest rates went from basically in the high 5s up to the high 6s in like 30 days again. And so for April sales to be maintaining the same pace as 2025, and you got macro events like that going on, I think that's a good thing, and that speaks well for the marketplace. Average sales price is down a little bit. This is just a snapshot in time. It's been coming down since 2024. That could be a trend, or it could just be in the month of April, less expensive houses sold. We'll keep watching this, and if we see this trend for like 6 months, we probably can say, hey, homes are getting a little cheaper. Also, new construction, there's been a lot of new construction at the marketplace, and they want to sell these homes, and so they will reduce the price and offer crazy incentives. And so there's a lot of new construction homes in Hall County. If you're looking and you haven't been looking at new, you can get some incredible deals there right now with rate buy downs and extras and all the things. And that's really it for Hall County. Overall, just from a 5,000 foot view, it's a healthy marketplace. 60 days on market is very well within the average. It's 50 to 65 in most of these counties that we're looking at, and inventory at 5 months just across the board. I think that it's a very healthy market. So if you're looking to sell, the key thing is price and condition. The price is the most important part of marketing. And when we sit down with a seller, we explain that, because you get one chance to go out on the market, right, where everybody sees you. And if you go out way too high, you're going to miss those pivotal 10 to 14 days of interest when your listing is fresh and new. And so the other thing is that buyers have more information than they've ever had. They can go and search tax records and what you bought it for and compare your neighbors' houses. And so it's kind of hard to trick people. So just pricing at market and understanding how you get that market price is so important. And then also right now, condition, just more than ever, price condition. If the house is move-in ready, people want to just move in, right? They don't have the money to go and put new floors in or pick their own carpet or repaint the house. So if you want to get top dollar and you want to sell it in that 60 days or less window, nailing your listing price and also making sure that your condition is top notch, that's what I recommend. If you're looking to buy, I think new construction, there's a great opportunity in new construction right now. We have two great lenders, and they do different things based on where you fall and what kind of loan you're getting. And so there's all kind of options for you right now. Your rate doesn't have to be in the 6s, right? We're seeing rates get bought down to the mid 5s, low 5s. So I think it's a great time to be buying or selling. You got to be realistic going into the marketplace. And I think working with a great real estate professional to help you set expectations and guide you through the process will make it so much more fun and enjoyable. And of course, if we can ever be a resource to you, we would love to be. Please just shoot us a DM, reach out, go to our website. We'd love to talk you through, no obligation, what it looks like to buy or sell with us. So thank you very much.